square of a print. The margin at the top and the bottom of the page are 1.5 centimeter and the side margin at 1 centimeter. What should be the dimension of the page so that the area of the paper used in minimum? Say rectangular page is to contain 24 centimeter square, so it is the area is 24 centimeter they given. Then next the margin at the top and the bottom, this is the margin top and the bottom of the page are 1.5 centimeter, so this I consider this is a 1.5 centimeter, and the side margin at 1 centimeter side, this is a side margin 1 centimeter. What should be the dimension of the page? Dimension means the length and the breadth, that means x and y values they ask about. So what should be the dimension of the page so that the area of the paper used is minimum? So they ask about the dimensions. So first I consider x and y values. X is the length and y is the breadth of a printed area. So now area of the printed material. So area of the they given that 24 centimeter square, this is the area of the rectangular. So we know that area of the rectangular is xy. Area of the rectangular equal to, they give the area 24, so xy equal to 24. Therefore y equal to 24 by x. Here I write it, I mention it xy equal to 24 because area, here they given the first line area of the rectangular equal to 24 and the area of the rectangular formula is xy, so xy equal to 24 I take. Therefore y equal to 24 by x. Therefore dimension of the page, so the dimension of the page are, now I consider x plus 2 and y plus 3, because x plus 2 means here 1 point, that means I add this, that means 1.5 1.5, this is the 3. So you see, that means x plus 2 y plus 3 I write it here because this vertical distance is here x. So x, the side margin is 1 1, so 1 1 means you add x, 1 plus 1, so x plus 2. The next y, vertical distance is a y, so y means it represent the, that means here this is the y. So next extra we add the 1.5 plus 1.5, so y plus 1.5 plus 1.5 means y plus 3. Therefore here y plus 1.5 1.5 I mentioned that, so here y plus 3. Therefore x plus 2 and y plus 3. Therefore paper area equal to x plus 2 into y plus 3. The next step, now I substitute y equal to 24 by x. Therefore 24 by x plus 3. Now I multiply it x into 24 by x. So and next x into 3 3x, 2 into 24 by x 48 by x, 2 3s are 6. Next x into 24 by x, x cancelled, 24 plus 3x plus 48 by x plus 6. So a of x equal to, the next step 3x plus 48 by x plus 24 plus 6 are 30. Therefore differentiate with respect to x. Now we differentiate with respect to x. So you see a dash of x, now we know that a of x equal to 3x plus 48 by x plus 30. So from this differentiate with respect to x, a dash of x equal to, we differentiate with 3x, so 3 and the differentiation of 48 by x, so plus 48, differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square, so 3 minus 48 by x square, this is a dash of x. Again differentiate with respect to x, a double dash of x equal to, differentiation of 3 is 0 minus 48 into differentiation of 1 by x square. Differentiation of 1 by x square is minus 2 in minus 2 by x cube. This is the differentiation of 1 by x square. So already there is a minus, minus into minus plus, so 48 into 2s are 96, 96 by x cube. A double dash of x equal to 96 by x cube. Therefore a dash of x equal to 0. So 3 minus 48 by x square equal to 0 means this 48 I taken the right hand side, so 48 by x square equal to 3. So in the next step I write it, that means I just cross multiply 48 this x square I multiply in the right hand side, so 48 by 3 equal to x square. 48 by 3 is 16, so x square equal to 16, so x equal to square root of 16. Therefore x equal to square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. Therefore x equal to plus or minus 4. So but x greater than 0, so we consider only positive values only. So greater than 0 means x equal to plus 4 is the greater than 0, x equal to minus 4 is, there is a 2 value in the x, plus or minus 4 is minus 4 and plus 4. Minus 4 is represented the less than 0, so we not consider that, we take only positive value only. So x equal to 4 only we consider, therefore x equal to 4. When x equal to 4, a double dash of x, so I substitute a double dash of x, a double dash of x equal to 96 by x cube, so 96 by 4 cube. So 96 by 4 cube means 4 into 4 into 4, 64. So I cancelled the 96 and 64, I got the answer 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is the positive, it is greater than 0. So greater than 0 means it is a minimum. Therefore, when x equal to 4, the area of the page is minimum. So they ask about the area of the page, therefore the area of the page is minimum, therefore x equal to 4. So now we find out the y values, so we substitute y equal to 24 by 4, so y equal to 6, because y equal to 24 by x, so y equal to 6. Therefore the length of the page is x plus 2, so as x value is 4, I substitute in this equation, 4 plus 2 6. Breadth means width of the page, y plus 3, y value is 6, 6 plus 3 9. Therefore the dimension of the page is 6 centimeter and 9 centimeter. 6 centimeter is the length and the width is the 9 centimeter. Next, sixth problem. A farmer plans to fence a rectangular pasture adjacent to a river. So rectangular pasture means rectangular land. This is a rectangular land. So plans to fence. Fence means it is covered by the fence. So next, pasture adjacent to a river. The pasture must contain 1,80,000 square meter. So it is the area, it gives the area of the rectangle 1,80,000 square meter, so meter square. In order to provide enough grass for the herds, no fencing is needed along the river. What is the length of the minimum needed fencing material? So they ask about the length of the fencing material. The question is, we find out the length of the fencing material. So now is this the rectangular land? So now here the length is x and the breadth is y, I consider here. So this land is in the besides of the river, so now not adjacent of the river. So now you see here I consider x and y be the length and the breadth. X is the length and y is the breadth. So here x is the length, y is the breadth of the pasture. Pasture, it is a land. So this land we call it is a pasture. So total area, they give the area 1,80,000. The pasture must contain 1,80,000 square meter square. So 1,80,000. So area of the rectangular, we know that area of the rectangular equal to xy equal to 1,80,000. Therefore y equal to 1,80,000 by x. So length of the fencing equal to, so the length of the fencing is, you see that is x plus 2y. So because fencing in the rectangular shape, one side, three sides are land, one side is river, so we'll leave it the one side. So 2y plus x. So I write it, length of the fencing equal to x plus 2y. Therefore L of x equal to x plus 2 into y value is 1,80,000 by x. I substitute here. Therefore now I multiply the 2 into 1,80,000, so 3,60,000 by x. So the next step, now I take the differentiate with respect to x. So differentiation of x is 1 and 3,60,000 I write it, and the differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So next again I differentiate with respect to x. Second time I differentiate, L double dash of x equal to, I get the answer L double dash of x equal to differentiation of 1 is 0, differentiation of minus 3,60,000 is a constant, so I write as it is. So that means the next step, differentiation of x square is minus 2 into minus 2 by x cube. This is the differentiation of x square. So already there is a minus into minus plus, so 3,60,000 into 2, 7,20,000 by x cube. So this is L double dash of x. Therefore L dash of x equal to 0. So L dash of x equal to 0 means 1 lakh 1 minus 3,60,000 by x square equal to 0. The next step I write it. 3,60,000 by x square equal to 1 means x square is just cross multiply. X square equal to 3,60,000. X equal to square root of 3,60,000. Next step you factorize this 3,60,000 you factorize. So therefore x equal to square root of I factors the 3,60,000. So 600 into 600 I factorize. Therefore 600 I taking the square root of this 600 into 600 is that means 600. Therefore x equal to 600. So L double dash of x equal to 7,20,000 by 600 whole cube. Its answer is positive. So positive means I represented by greater than 0. So when x equal to 600, length of the fencing is minimum, because it is greater than 0, the length is minimum. Therefore x equal to 600, y equal to 1,80,000 by x. So 1,80,000 by x value is 600. So double 0 cancelled, and now this 6 divide the 1,800. So the answer is y equal to 300. So minimum length of the fencing is that means x plus 2y. So therefore x value is here, x value is 600 plus 2 into y value is 300. Therefore 600 plus 600, 1,200 is the minimum length of the fencing. So in this problem they ask about the length of the fencing. We find out 1,200 meter. Next, 7th problem. Find the dimension of the rectangle with the maximum area that can be inscribed in a circle of radius 10 cm. Find the dimension of the rectangle. Dimension of the rectangle means length and breadth. They ask about the length and breadth of the rectangle with the maximum area that can be inscribed in a circle. So you see this is the rectangle in the inside of the circle. So therefore inscribed in a circle of radius 10 cm. So the circle radius is 10 cm given. So now you see from the diagram here I represented the rectangle is PQRS. This is the rectangle. So next radius is in the circle of the radius is 10 cm. Therefore let PQRS be a rectangle inscribed in a circle with a center O. So this rectangle lie in the circle, center is 0. Therefore a right angle triangle. So I consider the right angle triangle OMR. So now I represent the cos theta. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent, this is a theta, adjacent side by hypotenuse means that means adjacent side I represented the OM. So OM by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means OR. OR means it is a radius 10. So that means OM by R. R equal to 10. Therefore OM equal to R cos theta. OM equal to, we know that radius value 10 cos theta. Next is sin theta. So sin theta equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So the theta opposite side is RM. So I take MR. That means MR by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the R. So in the next step MR equal to just doing the cross multiplication R sin theta. MR equal to R sin theta. I substitute R value 10 sin theta. Therefore MR equal to 10 sin theta. Length of the rectangle. Here length of the rectangle is PQ. So that means here the OM length is 10 cos theta. So this is the OM length and NQ length are same. So 10 cos theta, and the PN also 10 cos theta. So therefore length of rectangle PQ equal to, we add 2 times of 10 cos theta, 20 cos theta. Breadth of the rectangle RQ, we know that RQ length, that means RQ length is RM length is, we find out the RM length. That means RM length equal to 10 sin theta. So RM length 10 sin theta means this MQ length is also 10 sin theta. Therefore the breadth of the rectangle RQ equal to 2 into 2 times of 10 sin theta, 20 sin theta. Therefore area of the rectangle equal to PQ, length into breadth. Length we mentioned by PQ and breadth mentioned by RQ. So 20 cos theta into 20 sin theta. So 20 into 20, 400 cos theta sin theta. So the next step, A equal to area equal to 400 sin theta cos theta, area equal to, that means 400 I write it 200 into 2 sin theta cos theta. So next step, 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta, 200 sin 2 theta. So a dash of theta equal to 200. I differentiate the sin 2 theta. Differentiation of sin 2 theta is cos 2 theta, and the differentiation of 2 theta is 2. Therefore a dash of theta equal to 400 cos 2 theta. So therefore again I differentiate with respect to x. A double dash of theta equal to 400. Differentiation of cos 2 theta is minus sin 2 theta, and the differentiation of 2 theta is 2. Therefore a double dash of theta equal to 400 into 200, 800. So minus 800 sin 2 theta. So now a dash of theta equal to 0. So we know that a dash of theta, this is a dash. So a dash of theta equal to 400 cos 2 theta. So 400 cos 2 theta equal to 0. Cos 2 theta equal to this 400, 0 by 400, 0. So cos 2 theta equal to 0. Therefore, so cos 2 theta equal to we know that cos pi by 2 0. So instead of 0 I substitute cos pi by 2. Cos cancelled. 2 theta equal to pi by 2. Theta equal to this 2 I write in the RHS. So pi by 4. Theta equal to pi by 4. When theta equal to pi by 4, now I calculate the a double dash. A double dash of pi by 4 equal to, that means a double dash of theta equal to minus 800 sin 2 theta. Minus 800 sin of 2 into theta value is pi by 4. So that means pi by 2 sin pi by 2 1 minus 800 by into 1 minus 800 less than 0. So next when theta equal to pi by 4, so here minus value, so it is less than 0. Less than 0 means it is a minimum. Therefore less than 0 means it is a maximum. So maximum means the area is maximum. Therefore theta equal to pi by 4, area is maximum. So theta equal to pi by 4, length of the rectangle. We know that length of the rectangle PQ equal to 20 cos theta. So cos theta means cos pi by 4. So cos pi by 4, 1 by root 2. So therefore length of the rectangle PQ equal to 20 into cos pi by 4, 1 by root 2, 20 by root 2. So multiply and divide by root 2. So root 2 by root 2, 20 into root 2 by 2. So 10 root 2. This is the RPQ. So next breadth of the rectangle RQ equal to 20 sin theta, 20 into sin pi by 4. So sin pi by 4 is a 1 by root 2. So again multiply and divide by root 2, we get the answer 10 root 2. Therefore the dimension length into breadth. So the length value is 10 root 2 and the breadth value is 10 root 2. Therefore the dimension of the rectangle are length into breadth. Length comma breadth. Length is 10 root 2, breadth is 10 root 2. This is the answer for this problem. So you see, 8th problem, prove that among all the rectangles of the given perimeter, the square has the maximum area. So here that means all the rectangles of the given perimeter, the square has the maximum area. We will prove this. So now I write it, x and y be the length and the breadth. X is the length and y is the breadth of the rectangle. So let the given perimeter is, now I taken the perimeter is P. So perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into length plus breadth. We know the, but already we discussed about the area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is xy, but the perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into length plus breadth. So here length I represented x, breadth I represented y. So P equal to 2 into x plus y. Therefore P by 2 equal to x plus y. So next step, y equal to P by 2 minus x. So area of the rectangle equal to, we know that area of the rectangle length into breadth. So xy, a equal to xy. So a equal to x into the y value is P by 2 minus x. So now I multiply P by 2 into x minus x square. Therefore a equal to P by 2 x minus x square. I differentiate on the both the side. So a dash equal to P by 2, differentiation of x is 1 minus differentiation of x square is 2x. So P by 2 minus 2x, this is a dash. Next I differentiate. So differentiate with respect to x. Second time I differentiate a double dash of x. A double dash equal to, that means I differentiate the P by 2, it is a 0. Minus 2 into differentiation of x is 1. So a double dash equal to minus 2. So therefore minus 2. Next a dash equal to 0. Now I take a dash equal to 0. A dash already I found the a dash value. A dash equal to P by 2 minus 2x. P by 2 minus 2x equal to 0. So P by 2 equal to this minus 2x I write in the right hand side, so plus 2x. Therefore p equal to 2 to the 4. So that means I write this p by 2 equal to 2x means I reverse the equation. 2x equal to p by 2, x equal to p by 4. You see x equal to p by 4. So I sub a double dash equal to minus 2. So it is a negative answer. So I represent less than 0. It is a maximum. Therefore x equal to p by 4. The area of the rectangle is maximum. Therefore x equal to p by 4. I substitute in the y equal to p by 2 minus x. So the x value is p by 4. So now I take the LCM. That means 2 and 4. The LCM is 4. So the first term I converted in the 4 in the denominator. So multiply and divide by 2. So 2p by 4 minus p by 4. So 2p minus p by 4. So p by 4. This is the y equal to p by 4. Therefore x equal to p by 4, y equal to p by 4. This is the length and the breadth. So this is the dimension of the rectangle. And next hence the maximum area of the rectangle is a square. So because it is a square, because length and breadth are equal length and breadth, therefore it comes to the square. The maximum area of the rectangle, it comes to square. This is the proof. Ninth problem, find the dimension of the largest rectangle. Find the dimension of the largest rectangle that can be inscribed in a semicircle of radius or centimeter. So you see, find the dimension of the largest rectangle. So they ask about the dimension of the rectangle. Dimension means length and breadth. They ask about. Next, that can be inscribed in a semicircle. Inscribed means it lie in the semicircle. So you see this diagram. So the circle, that means the rectangle lie in the semicircle. So next, its radius. The circle radius is r centimeter. Therefore OR distance is this. OR is the radius. So it is, they give the r centimeter. So now from this diagram, the first line I write it. Let PQRS be a rectangle inscribed in a semicircle with a center O. So here PQRS is a rectangle inscribed in a semicircle with a center O. Inscribed means it is lie in the semicircle, lie within the semicircle. And next in a right angle triangle. So now I take the right angle triangle OQR. This is the right angle triangle. So cos theta, we know that cos theta equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So cos theta adjacent equal to OQ. Hypotenuse is the r. So OQ by r. So therefore OQ equal to r cos theta. Next is sin theta. Sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side we mentioned that RQ. So RQ by r. Therefore RQ equal to r sin theta. So the length of the rectangle. We know that length of the rectangle. Length of the rectangle is PQ. So PQ equal to, we know that OQ length. OQ equal to r cos theta. The same length for PQ. So PQ equal to OQ. So r cos theta we add that. Therefore PQ equal to length of the rectangle. PQ equal to 2r cos theta. Breadth of the rectangle RQ. So breadth of the rectangle r sin theta. So this is the breadth. Therefore area of the rectangle, we know that area of the rectangle is length into breadth. So therefore area, I mentioned that A equal to length I write it. Length equal to, here I consider this is a 2r cos theta into breadth. Breadth equal to, here I write it r sin theta. Therefore 2r square sin theta cos theta. So r square 2 sin theta cos theta. So that means I write it, this is a sin 2 theta, because sin 2 theta equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. So I write r square into sin 2 theta. This is a area. Next I differentiate. A dash equal, I differentiate with respect to theta. So a dash equal to, that means r square into differentiation of the sin theta. So differentiation of the sin 2 theta is, differentiation of sin is cos. So cos 2 theta, and differentiation of 2 theta is 2. Therefore 2r square cos 2 theta. Again differentiate, second time differentiate. So a double dash equal to 2r square. Differentiation of cos is minus sin 2 theta, and the differentiation of 2 theta is 2. Therefore minus 4r square sin 2 theta. This is a double dash. So now a double dash equal to minus 4r square sin 2 theta. So already now I take the a dash equal to 0. A dash equal to 0 means 2r square cos 2 theta equal to 0. So now radius not equal to 0. So cos 2 theta equal to 0. So therefore cos 2 theta equal to 0 means we know that cos 90 degree equal to 0. So cos 2 theta equal to cos 90 degree. So 2 theta equal to cos cancelled. So 2 theta equal to 90 degree. Therefore this 2 I write it in the denominator. So 90 degree by 2, 45 degree. Theta equal to 45 degree. Theta equal to pi by 4. Therefore theta equal to pi by 4 in a double dash. So a double dash equal to minus 4 r square sin 2 theta. So I substitute theta equal to pi by 4. Therefore 2 and 4 cancelled, pi by 2. We know that sin pi by 2 1. So therefore minus 4 r square. You see there is a minus sign. It is represented by less than 0. So maximum. Therefore when theta equal to 4, the area of the rectangle is maximum. So theta equal to pi by 4, the length of the rectangle PQ equal to, now we find out the length and the breadth, because they ask about the dimension of the rectangle. So length of the rectangle equal to PQ 2r cos theta, 2r into cos pi by 4, so 1 by root 2. So in the next step, so 1 by root 2 I write it, that means this 2 I write it root 2 into root 2, root 2 root 2 cancelled, so root 2r. This is the length of the rectangle PQ. Next I calculate the breadth of the rectangle. Breadth of the rectangle is RQ equal to R sin theta, R into sin pi by 4. Sin 45 degree equal to 1 by root 2. Therefore R by root 2. Therefore the dimension of the rectangle is root 2 R by R by root 2. This is the length and the breadth. Root 2 R by root 2 length. So this is the dimension of the rectangle. So in this questions they ask about the dimension of the rectangle. Dimension means length and the breadth. So length is a root 2 R and the breadth is R by root 2. This is the answer. So you see the 10th problem. A manufacturer wants to design an open box having a square base and a surface area of 108 square centimeter. Determine the dimension of the box for the maximum volume. You see, a manufacturer wants to design an open box having a square base. So you see that this is a box, so the base is square base and a surface area. They give the surface area, that means 108 square centimeter. So next, determine the dimension of the box. Now they ask about the dimension of the box. Dimension means length and breadth. They ask about the length and breadth of the box for the maximum volume. So you see, let xx, because xx and y be the length, breadth and height, because it's each box is a base is a square. So base is a square means the sides are, all sides are equal. So length also x, breadth also x, so all the sides are equal. So xx, length equal to x, breadth equal to x, and height equal to, I represent the y is the height of the box. Therefore area of the base means here, because they represented that the base is square, so we know that area of the square means x square. So in the next step here, area of the sides means here I take the 4xy. See, each sides I take the 4xy. So next, surface area. They given the surface area 108. So surface area means here already the base area is x square. So x square plus and an area of the side is 4xy. Therefore plus 4xy equal to 108. Therefore the next step, 4xy equal to 108 minus x square. So in the next step, y equal to this 4x divide the right hand side. So 108 minus x square by 4x. So volume of the box. We know that the rectangular box volume is length, breadth, height. So length is x, breadth is x, and height is also y. Therefore volume equal to x square y. Therefore v of x equal to x square into y value is 108 minus x square by 4x. X cancelled. So x into 108 minus x square by 4. So 1 by 4 into this x multiply the numerator. So 108 x minus x cube. Now this is the volume of the box. Now we differentiate with respect to x. So you see, v dash of x equal to 1 by 4 108 minus 3x square. This is the differentiation of the v dash of x. Therefore next, from this I find out the v double dash of x. V double dash of x is 1 by 4. I differentiate the 108, it is 0 because it is constant. Minus 3 into differentiation of x square is 2x, so minus 6x. Next term, 4 into 6 are cancelled, so minus 3 by 2 x. V double dash of x equal to minus 3 by 2 x. Therefore v dash of x equal to 0. 1 by 4, 108 minus 3x square equal to 0. So 108 minus 3x square equal to 0. So here this minus 3x square right in the right hand side, 3x square. So 3x, I reverse the equation, 3x square equal to 108. Therefore here this x square equal to 108 by 3, it is a 36. X square equal to 36 means x equal to plus or minus 6. Now I take the x equal to plus or minus 6 means minus 6 plus 6, but the x represent the length, so length and breadth are x, so that length and breadth positive, so I consider only positive 6. Therefore x greater than 0, so therefore x minus 6 is not possible because it is a minus 6 not able to take the length, so therefore x equal to 6 centimeter. So when x equal to 6 centimeter, I substitute in the v double dash of x. V double dash of x equal to minus 3 by 2, that means minus 3 by 2 into this is the v double dash of x. V double dash of x equal to minus 3 by 2, x value is 6, so into 6. So next 6 by 2 is 3, minus 3 into 3 minus 9, this is less than 0. So v double dash of x is less than 0. Less than 0 means it is represent the maximum, therefore volume of the box is maximum. So x equal to 6, the volume is maximum. So now I find out the y values. So x equal to 6, y value is y equal to 108 minus 6 square by 4 into 6. I substitute, so therefore 108 minus 36 by 24, therefore 108 minus 36 is 72, 72 by 24, so 24 divided the 72 3 times equal to 3, therefore y equal to 3. So the dimension is x equal to 6, y equal to 3. This is the dimension this is the dimension for the box. We find the answer. In this problem they ask about the dimension of the box, we calculate this. Next, the volume of a cylinder is given by the formula V equal to pi r square h. Find the greatest and least values of r if r plus h equal to 6. You see the volume of the cylinder. So volume of the cylinder is represented by the V equal to pi r square h. Find the greatest and least values of r. So r value, radius value, highest and least value they ask about. So r plus h equal to 6. So r given, this is a given equation, r plus h equal to 6 means h equal to 6 minus r. So h equal to 6 minus r means volume equal to pi r square h. So therefore volume equal to pi r square, the h equations I substitute here, h equal to 6 minus r, so I substitute here, so 6 minus r, therefore this r square I multiply in the factor, so pi into 6r square minus r cube. So now I differentiate the volume. So v dash of r equal to pi into differentiation of r square is 2r, so 6 into 2r 12r minus differentiation of r cube is 3r square. So this is v dash. Next step again I differentiate, v double dash of r equal to pi into differentiation of 12r is 12 minus 3 into differentiation of r square is 2r, 3 2s are 6, 6r. So the next step, v dash of r equal to 0, so pi into 12r minus 3r square equal to 0, so 12r minus 3r square equal to 0. So I take the r from this factor, so r into 12 minus 3r equal to 0, so I write it r equal to 0 and 12 minus 3r equal to 0. So now this minus 3r I write in the right hand side, so 3r equal to 12, so therefore r equal to 0, so r equal to 4, therefore r equal to 0 I substitute in the double dash, that means pi v double dash of r equal to pi into 12 minus 6r. So I substitute here, that means r equal to 0, r equal to 0 means 12 pi, 12 pi is the positive, it is a greater than 0, it is represented the minimum, volume is minimum, therefore I tell volume is minimum in the point r equal to 0. Next I substitute next value r equal to 4, so here I substitute v double dash of r equal to pi into 12 minus 6r, so 12 minus r equal to 4 means 6 4s are 24, 12 minus 24 is minus 12, so minus 12 pi, so v double dash of r equal to minus 12 pi, it represented the minus value represented the less than 0, so it is the maximum, volume is maximum, Therefore, given h plus r equal to 6, 0 less than or equal to h, r less than or equal to 6. So volume of r equal to pi into 6r square minus r cube. Now this 0 gives the minimum volume, r equal to 4 gives the maximum volume. So therefore I substitute in the volume equation. So the here volume equations, so that means v of r equal to pi into 6r square minus r cube. I substitute pi into 6 into r value is 0, so 0 minus 0, so therefore pi into 0, v of 0 equal to 0. Next v of 4, so pi into 6 into 4 square minus 4 cube, therefore the 4 square is 16, 16 into 6 is 96 minus 4 cube is 64. So we subtract that means 96 minus 64, we got the answer v of 4 equal to 32 pi. Therefore v of 0 equal to, therefore v of 4 equal to 32 pi, v of 0 equal to, so now I substitute, so v of 0 equal to pi of 0 equal to 0. Therefore again v of 6 equal to pi into 6 into 6 square minus 6 cube. So this the product is pi into 216 minus 216. I got the answer 0. Therefore greatest value is 32 pi, least value is 0. So because v equal to x equal to 4, it give r equal to 4 gives the maximum, volume is maximum, so it greatest value is 32 pi. And next r equal to 0, r equal to 0, it gives the minimum volume. So minimum volume means its value is, least value is 0, so least value equal to 0. Therefore greatest value 32 pi and least value is 0. This is the answer for this problem, because this questions they ask about the minimum and the least value. So we find out the greatest and the least value. We discuss about the 12th problem. A hollow cone with a base radius a centimeter and a height b centimeter is placed on a table. Show that the volume of the largest cylinder that can be hidden underneath is 4 by 9 times volume of the cone. So a hollow cylinder, a hollow cone means the inside is no, it is everything empty space inside. So a hollow cone with a base radius, the base is base radius a centimeter. You see this is a base, so its radius is a centimeter, and height is b centimeter. The cone height is b centimeter, is placed on a table. So this is put in the table. Okay, show that the volume of the largest cylinder that can be, so volume of the largest cylinder that can be hidden underneath of 4 by 9 times. That means that cylinder inside the cone, so that can be hidden in the 4 by 9 times the volume of the cone. We prove this. So first let x be the radius. Now here given is x be the radius of the cylinder and y be the distance from the top of the cone to the inscribed cylinder. This is here x is the radius, and we know that it is the distance length of the cone is b, and the top of this cone to the cylinder, this is a rose color line, this is the length is y. So next y be the distance from the top of the cone to the inscribed cylinder. Next height of the cone, so we know that height of the cone equal to b, height of the cylinder. So now we calculate the height of the cylinder. So the total cone height is b, so b minus, and next this value is minus this, so b minus y, it is the height of the cylinder. Therefore height of the cylinder equal to b minus y. Therefore volume of the cylinder, we know that volume of the cylinder equal to pi r square h. So b equal to pi, r value is here, radius equal to, the circle radius is x, so I substitute r equal to x square. Height equal to b minus y, so height of the cylinder h equal to b minus y, I substitute b minus y. So by similar triangle, so I take the similar triangle, so y by x equal to b by a. So here this is a y, length, radius, here this is the base is x, and here this is similar triangle, here b is your length and A is a base. So from the similar triangular, I write it y by x equal to b by a, which implies I cross multiply y equal to bx by a. So therefore volume equal to pi x square b minus y equal to bx by a. So I substitute bx by a. So v of x equal to, now pi into b, this x square I multiply. So I take the, here both the terms are p is common, so I take from the this factor. So I write it pi into b x square, multiply the x square in the factor, so x square minus x cube by a. So in the next step I differentiate with respect to x. So v dash of x equal to pi b into, I differentiate the x square 2x minus I differentiate the x cube 3x square by a. So again second time differentiate with respect to x. So v double dash of x equal to pi b into, I differentiate the 2x 2 minus differentiate the 3x square, so 3 into 2x 6x by a. So 2 minus 6x by a, this is the v double dash of x. Now I take the v dash of x equal to 0. So now x equal to 2a by 3, because, so you see, now I take the v dash of x equal to 0. So v dash of x means pi b into 2x minus 3x square by a equal to 0. So 2x minus 3x square by a equal to 0 means here now x term is common, so x into 2 minus 3x by a equal to 0, x equal to 0, 2 minus 3x by a equal to 0. So 3x equal to 3x by a, this minus 3x by a I write in the right hand side, so 3x by a equal to 2, so 3x equal to 2a, x equal to 2a by 3. So x equal to 0 and x equal to 2a by 3. So x equal to 0 is not possible, so I consider only x equal to 2a by 3. So because x is the radius, so here x equal to 0 means no radius means we can't able to, no base. So but the cone has the base radius is x. So the x equal to 0 means it is a 0 value we not take, so we only take x equal to 2a by 3. Therefore when x equal to 2a by 3, I substitute in the second substitutions v double dash of x equal to pi b into 2 minus, that means v double dash of x equal to pi b into 2 minus, I substitute x equal to 2a by 3 minus 6x by a. So minus 6 into x values is 2a by 3 by a. The next step, a cancelled and 6 3's are cancelled, so pi b into 2 minus 4. So the next 2 minus 4 is minus 2, so minus 2 pi b, v double dash of x equal to minus 2 pi b. This is a less than 0 means the volume is, that means it is a maximum, therefore volume of the cylinder is maximum. At the point x equal to 2a by 3, volume of the cylinder is maximum. So x equal to 2a by 3, I substitute in the function volume, v of x equal to pi x square p minus b minus bx by a. So pi into x value is 2a by 3 whole square, b minus b into x value is 2a by 3 by a. So the next step, you take the square, so 2 square 4, a square by 9, b minus, that means here I multiplied it, that means 2ab by 3 into 1 by a. Therefore pi into 4a square by 9. The next step, a cancelled, so b minus 2b by 3, so equal to pi into 4a square by 9 into just cross multiply 3b minus 2b by 3. So the next step, 4 by 9 pi a square, 3b minus 2b is b by 3, so 4 by 9 1 by 3 into pi a square b. So this is the volume of the cone, therefore volume of the largest cylinder equal to 4 by 9 into volume of the cone. This is our proof, so we proved this. We complete the class.